I'm joined now by Susan Sullivan in Philadelphia. She's a professor of law and politics at Temple University. Professor, good to have you on with us. Trump has called this raid a witch hunt, and Republicans are calling it politically motivated. And while it is certainly unprecedented, talk to us about the legal aspect of how this search would have been approved. What's the legal system in place here?
Well, the legal system is that you can't just barge into somebody's home and go on a fishing expedition looking for possible evidence of possible crime. The legal system here says if you want to do that, you have to go to a judge. You have to have probable cause to get approval by showing that the evidence that a crime has been committed and that there is evidence of that crime in the place you're trying to search. So by going to a judge, you've already got a third party who is looking at the evidence and looking at the sworn statement and who is agreeing, yes, there would appear to be sufficient cause, probable cause, to go in and search because of that crime and because of this evidence. So having a warrant necessarily suggests that, yes, they are investigating a crime here. You don't need a warrant if you're not investigating a crime. You have to show evidence of a crime, as I said. The question here is, what is the crime that they're investigating? And there's a lot of ambiguity around that because the Justice Department's information is sealed. We, the public, and of course the Trump party themselves, don't know which crime or which crimes are actually being investigated that this search is going to be a part of.
Okay, and what right does Trump have legally to fight back, either to prevent any evidence that may have been found from being released or prevent further searches?
Well, the easy answer to that is that he's got every right to try. The more complex issue is he going to have any ability to challenge that? And there are various legal grounds that he could use, but typically when you've got a case like this, when you have a warrant based on a sworn statement, the evidence there is going to be, it's going to be permissible that that evidence is collected. How it's used in a trial, if there is an indictment, if there is a trial, how that evidence is used, then Trump may have more of an opportunity to challenge its use. But right now, I think it's highly unlikely that he would have any grounds, certainly not substantial grounds, to challenge the actual search and to challenge the validity of that warrant. As I say, it's the crime itself, the crime that we're investigating, that is the uncertainty. There's a lot of speculation that it has to do with not providing records to the National Archives Agency, but that in and of itself is not a crime. That's something presidents are required to do, but it's not a crime. So that begs the question, what crimes are they investigating? There could be a whole range of them. Creates a lot of different legal and constitutional questions.
What are the possible consequences and next steps if the DOJ were to bring charges? I mean, what could be the implications for the former president?
Well, that's a very good question because people are not really clear on this. As I said, failing to produce and provide all those documents to the National Archives is not a crime. There is a law that says you must do that. That law came about after Watergate when they wanted to make sure that the American public would get everything, all the emails, all the documents, all the memoranda. But not doing so is not a crime. So what could he be charged with? There's speculation that there could be some kind of espionage, possibly some form of treasonous activity. There is speculation that there are laws in effect that affect the destruction of documents, if documents have been torn, if documents have been destroyed. The Democrats at this point seem to be suggesting that that law could be used to prevent Trump from running again. But whether that, in fact, would be a successful challenge is up for certainly up for argument. Certainly not a guarantee.
Okay, certainly still a lot of unknowns, but we appreciate you clearly explaining a lot of this to us. Professor of Law and Politics, Susan Sullivan, thank you so much for your time.